I experienced the 9/11 event in the same room that I experienced the shooting of JFK.
Wow.
What a coincidence, huh?
And is it fair to say that both of these are possibly conspiracies?
I know, no conspiracy.
There's no conspiracy.
I don't believe it.
Do you think we were lied to when we were told that the air was safe to breathe?
Well, when and where?
In the days after 9/11, when they said the air quality in New York was safe to breathe?
Oh, I don't think that's the truth. I think that was a lie.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on the 9/11 anniversary coming up? 20 years this Saturday.
George Bush did it.
The 9/11 anniversary coming up.
God bless America.
Do you think we were possibly lied to?
Yeah.
Were we possibly lied to about 9/11?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Is it possible that Bush and Cheney were behind it?
Yes.
Yeah,
course.
I said the president went behind it. Yeah.
I think
can say that too.
about 110%.
All right.
110%.
They was behind it. Snow said that.
What about the steel melting and all the melted steel found months later under the building?
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Do you believe the official story that we were told by Bush and Cheney?
In some ways, I think that like storytelling is always like there's things in it that are real, but like I don't know, like a political view of the world that says like, oh, there's this power dynamic, like that always is a story. So I guess that's my thought on that.
Well, I mean, the fact that firefighters talked about explosions going off and evidence to say that there was a controlled demolition. Any thoughts on that?
No, I think not. Thank you so much.
Saturday is the anniversary of 9/11. What are your thoughts on it?
I was in middle school.
I was in first grade. It's a tragic event.
It's 3 days before my birthday. I was driving to school and I was in French class, and my high school principal wouldn't allow us to hang up like signs that said anything about 9/11. And in fact, like he told us we were like unpatriotic for hanging up signs.
Do you think it's possible that Bush or Cheney would have lied to us about 9/11?
That who?
Bush or Cheney, President Bush, Vice President Cheney would have lied to us?
I think it's possible that Cheney would have. I don't, like Bush was just a dumbass. I think Cheney would have lied to us.
Do you have any thoughts on the 9/11 anniversary coming up?
Oh. Yeah, it's really sad. Yep.
What do you think about the conspiracies out there to say that we were lied to, that Bush and Cheney may have lied to us, that there may have been a controlled demolition?
Pretty insensitive, because if I had a loved one that I lost in that, and people are just saying, oh, it's not real, or oh, it's some sort of conspiracy, it would upset me.
So it's insensitive to imply that people in our government could have been involved?
I think it's insensitive to spread lies about an event.
But how is it a lie if it's true?
Well, how do you know that it's true?
Well, for instance, the fact that people were able to place bets on the stock market, the fact that there was nanothermite found at the Twin Towers, the fact that jet fuel melts at a certain level. I mean, the fact that there is evidence to say that 9/11 was a government conspiracy, you think it's insensitive to imply that?
Yeah.
So how many buildings fell in New York City on 9/11?
2.
What about Building 7 that also fell?
Oh, I'm not doing this. This is fucking
Okay, so you actually have no idea what you're talking about.
No, this is just so fucking rude. Like,
Okay.
Like, so many people died that day,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh, it's a conspiracy, it's not real. Like,
So
the
we should-
government killed people. Like, to spread lies like that, like, it's not okay. What about all the people who died in Afghanistan protecting us after we went to war there? Like, you're completely trivializing an entire event, and it's really not
So
okay.
if the war in Afghanistan was based on lies?
The terrible tragedy. Don't think we've gotten over it even in those 20 years. Should still think about it all every year for sure. Not let it just go by without remembrance.
Fair to say that it led us to be in Iraq and Afghanistan?
Oh, it's absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're looking for answers to what happened. Trying to find it there in those two places, and not finding it apparently, even to this day.
Do you think there's still unanswered questions?
Yes, there are. You know, hopefully, even with this, President Biden is talking about a new release of some additional documentation that I believe President Trump said no, you can't have that, but now it's. So we'll see if there's anything there.
Last question.
Yes.
Do you think it's possible that Bush or Cheney would have lied to us?
I don't think there's any question that there were some deceptive arguments made. Yes.
There's conspiracy theories about like everything, like about like there being like a flat Earth and like flat earthers and stuff like that, and nothing she says or I say is gonna change what people believe, because when you're looking for things to like validate what you think about a certain situation, you're gonna find them no matter.
So basically the firefighters and family members who don't believe the official story are on the same level as flat earthers, according to you?
No, I'm saying that everybody's gonna find, if when you're looking for something, you're gonna find it. And if you don't believe that something's true and you're looking for something, then you're gonna find it. And the people that, like, I know that my friend and I, we both believe that like 9/11 happened, but
no one's doubting that it happened. The question is,
like, who is behind it?
yes.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna have their different opinions, and I know that you like wholeheartedly believe that it was like what you found validates your belief.
Well, what about the fact that there's people inside the FBI and CIA and Bush administration who have all stated that we were lied to?
I mean, statements are statements. Like, if that's like literally so dumb. It's like saying, I mean, like, just statements are statements. Obviously, statements are statements, but you're not. I mean, don't believe everything everybody tells you, and I know that you aren't going to believe everything everybody tells you. And it's the same way that I'm not going to believe what like people I don't know and I don't like.
So when the Transportation Secretary Norman Mineta testified before Congress that Cheney gave a stand-down order to the Air Force, we should just ignore that?
I have no idea. I wasn't even born. So neither of us were born, so it's kind of like asking, I don't know, random people that don't really know too much about it. It's like, I haven't really looked into it because it's relevant to everybody, like when you look into it and about all the lives that are lost, but I don't know.
So here's a simple question. After 9/11, when the EPA said that the air was safe to breathe, and then all of the firefighters who were there got sick from breathing the air, is it possible that the EPA lied to us in order to reopen the stock market?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I didn't look into it.
So you haven't really looked into any of it?
No, so it's like you're asking like both of us, people that weren't even born during that time, so it's like you can argue that we don't know our stuff, but I'm not claiming to know anything about it.